Morning, Dowse.
Yeah, it was a good morning till you turned up, Holmesy. To be honest, I was really enjoying me interviews with Nick and proper questions and proper answers. But okay, it's one of them mornings I've got you again. So welcome back.
Well, yeah, I'm delighted to come back and discover that I'm not sacked after all. I can only assume it's because you simply couldn't find anyone else who was prepared to do it for the money, which is nothing whatsoever.
No, it is. It's just a few beers on a Friday night down at the weight trip, Holmesy. But no, on a serious note, it's nice to see you back. And the place is always a better place with you back in it.
Well, that's very
And
kind
it's
of
very hard for me to say that.
Understandable. I just want to publicly thank you enormously for your very kind offer to pay for me to go on holiday again. And I'll just to let you know, I'll take January in Australia.
Right, oh no, not a problem. Okay, I was thinking more like January in Gateshead, to be honest. So I'll take you up there, Holmesy, not a problem. Obviously, the interviews were better last week and enjoyed them. So, but we're stuck with you again, so we'll probably not get as many viewers now, to be honest. And we had the best viewing ever since when Nico was doing it, to be honest. But no
Actually,
problem.
that isn't true.
No way, I think
But
that's true.
never mind. We've got a change of venue this week. Why are we here?
Look at here, the boot room. This is where it all hangs out. This is where Malcolm makes the teas and coffees. This is where we come after games to have log on limes. I can show you around if you want. I'll show you around.
Yeah, do
show you
that,
around.
do
Okay.
that.
In the boot room, look at this. Over here,
Yes,
Malcolm
please.
is making David Holmes toast in our
With Marmite.
with Marmite. Okay, it's like Marmite is like Holmes. You either love it or you hate it. Okay, so there we are. Malcolm makes the teas in here. We'll hang around in this little room here. Obviously, he's got some things we've got to hide from you, like these 6 bottles of whiskies. Okay, what's in the fridge, Mark? Beers. So it's obviously very healthy beers in the fridge, but he doesn't drink till after 10 o'clock in the morning, Mark, to be fair, so he's not a big drinker. Okay, got all the kit here. Over here is some more. There's a great kit room, a boot room, some more whiskey, to be honest. So we're very delighted to have that as well. Obviously, this is the calf, Malcolm's calf. Blackie usually sends down the best biscuits, the chocolate ones. When Malcolm gets it, he does the digestives, to be honest. Okay, all hung out in here. Behind here is the strips. Got them all this game. Here we are. Who's this one? Loza. Okay. I'm not going to mention that name because I can't pronounce it. All right. Felix, I can't, but he went with 2 months ago, so not to worry. So if you look around the place, Malcolm's got pictures of all the players. Obviously, Josh Casey, who's his favourite. Steely in it. We've got Payne, who he's seen in the cup. Okay. Obviously, Ian Selly. People like that guy, McDonald, I remember him. Okay. Where it goes all the way around. In here is where he does all the kits. The washing. If you don't tell the missus, let's not tell the missus, Malcolm, this is my washing. But I pretend I do it myself, but Malcolm does it for us. Here we are, here's the footballs for training, things like that. And there's Malcolm doing his job. So not only is he a kit man, he is everything. Malcolm's cup, get yourself down here. Are you impressed, Holmesy?
Just Malcolm's craft is in full flow.
Brilliant. Malcolm, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Good lad. Okay. So you get the team toast on Mark, and then and we'll have, it's like, what's the time now? It's 10:10. So Holmesy's knows the beers in the fridge. So Holmes will be on it by 11 o'clock. Okay. Cheers, Daniel.
Well, okay, let's turn to arguably more serious matters, but maybe not.
Maybe it's not.
Maybe the tea and toast is more important.
Of course it is. On a Friday.
Let's look back to last Saturday.
Yep.
You were very clear after the game that there were 2 aspects that you were frustrated by. One was failure to take any one or 2 of a number of chances, and the other was, of course, the goals we let in.
Right.
Which was more frustrating?
Probably. Well, it's both. I think everybody's getting a little bit frustrated at the minute. It's got to calm the lads down a bit and calm myself down a bit. Can we look at the last few games? Like I think we're doing great. I really do think we're doing outstanding, fantastic. The lads have been absolutely brilliant. Competing against all these teams what we've got no right to compete against, and they've been great. But the frustrations come in, where something's, like if I can go through it a little bit, like what in my own mind, but I've got to clear that now, is how scandalous it was against Hartlepool, the decisions, how scandalous it was against Ebbsfleet, the blinking free kick at the end, and how well we played there. I'll take the Chorley one. I thought we didn't do great there. I thought we'd done very well against Torquay back in the day there, and then on Saturday I thought we'd done everything except for 2 boxes very, very well. I thought we passed it well. I thought we created chances. We just conceded 2 with sloppy goals, and we started to chat last night. The lads are fine, but we're getting a bit sick of conceding them like that now. But we've got the best defensive record in the league, so there's not too much wrong. And we are creating a lot of chances. It's just the second half. Like I can get frustrated. I had to shout back at the crowd, which I do, and I think people know that anyway. I don't mind. where you know we're thinking there, chance, open goal, get a sub on Dowse. Hey, you're not watching how we're playing here, and all of a sudden at the end we'll miss a blinking sit at the end. Somebody at the end the whistle player says, "Sort it out, Dowse." I think, hey, not just watch the game. Can you not just come to the office on the Monday and watch the game? We've just cemented their area. Even Near said it was like a robbery, if you like. So sometimes you can get frustrated, anybody can, but the bottom line is we are where we are. The lads have done fantastic. We've won a few games, so I'm not going to turn my attention and say that we've got to win. But if you look at this week, blinking heck, we've got Wrexham, one of the biggest clubs ever in non-league football, ever. You've got Yeovil Football League side in Barnet. 20 years ago, this league was like a non-league league. It's not now. It's a football league, trying to get in the football league. Little goalposts have changed a bit, and I know where we are. So, but we'll keep on fighting and doing very, very well. You know, as a manager, unless somebody gets us a solution, you've got to find them. So it's not often people can. You know, we'll talk about it, but you can get everything from there to there to there, and it'll all come in my head. But you still got to keep doing the right things. And like, you know, I think I said it to you before. Last night we went and done the hospice thing in the town centre for the walking football lot. We popped up there after training. We've done Boz's girls team on the Wednesday and all that. You know, you still got to keep doing. I went to watch Wrexham against Solihull on a Tuesday. We've still got to keep doing the right things, because when it turns again, you're still there. Sometimes you can just say, oh yeah, it'll turn. It'll not turn unless we work harder. So I've got to work hard on my job, and the players have got to work hard on theirs.
Yeah, I mean, the not taking chances and conceding goals are arguably what you might call human failings. The start of the season was sort of based on fantastic effort and team spirit and working for each other and never giving up lost causes and so on. Yeah. Has that dipped a bit?
Not at all. Not at all. No, I'm still delighted about that. You can sit back and I always tell the truth at all times. At the start of last season, when I had the meeting, I believed we could get in the playoffs. That's why I said them, because I know I was late in the budget, and I said, I think we can get in the playoffs. And the lads don't believe what to do with the cup now. This season, all that was all about, do you think we've got enough to stay up? And I said, we will, because we'll battle and we'll have a go. Now, we can't just win every single game when you're in a full-time league with a part-time club with a bottom two budget and things like that. We've got to be realistic how we are. So I know that. So I knew it would come a time like this when we've got to fight again. We just said last night we'll fight again. I'll protect the players. I get worried about my teams. They'll probably laugh at me, but I do worry about them, because I worry about the mental state. If we're going down, I thought the place was a very quiet place last Saturday. I did, compared in the last when it's like come on and all that. So I think not just the players, I think everybody might have dipped a little bit, fighting them on the beaches. We scored a goal, it was still quiet. And I think you get a few complaints at the end. That's football. But the bottom line is, and you know, I think we all got to up it a little bit, you know, the game. I don't think we're doing much wrong at all. That's the honest truth. I'm not concerned at all. You just sometimes you worry about the players if things don't go well in the first 20 minutes tomorrow against a good side. Well, the dip is still doing unbelievable to be where we are, but you got to win games of football. That's the other side of it. You can't. But I said to players, I think that's a manager's problem. Winning games of football isn't a chairman's problem, isn't a supporter's problem. It's a manager's problem, because he's got to front it, and I'm well aware of all his front it. Sometimes I get frustrated, and I think they're talking cobblers like get a sub on when we're battling the game. And what's going on? Dowse when the lads miss from 2 yards. As a manager, you can't do much about that. But no. You tell them to F off, finish it, whatever, go away, and there's no hard feelings on my part.
Good. Let's move on. Tuesday, you had a friendly arranged at Westfield to give players a game that weren't getting enough minutes, and you lost it. Was that a blow?
It was more blow for Malcolm, because we told him to put 9 kits out there and take a kit there, but by the time he got there, we had to ring him and tell him the game was off, so he had to come all the way back. And good job we couldn't get him on camera what he said then, to be fair, like, you know. But it's another little thing. You know, you can't get dragged into the rumour mill and all that, you know. And I sometimes, because I wear my heart on my sleeve, I probably sometimes do. Like, I get a call. Steve Perkins, a good lad, Westfield chairman, keen, wants to do well. And if you don't go to working games, go to Westfield games, because they're bloody good, you're there. And then he rang us up on a Saturday night and said, "Oh, I hear you're sending your academy side down." So what are you talking about? I'm sending a strong side down. Oh, well, that's not what we heard. Well, who you heard that of? Oh, well, so I had to get to, and then I had to ring Peter Jones and say, "Peter, whatever it is, can you put it out there that we're sending Ben Gare and people like that and all that?" You know, I think it shouldn't come to that. Who rings him up and says that and does that? I don't get it all. Like, you know, why would they want to put a nastiness into trying to help a local neighbour out? They're helping us out, we're helping them. I was good the game was off, because we're going to have a look at 8 or 9 players. But we've got it on a week on Tuesday now. We've got to keep doing it, because everything, like, I've been watching a lot of games lately. And all the shot against Brentford last week, I watched a week or 2 ago. All these clubs can do that, we can't. You know, if you get it, so I've got to try to go a mini league, because with people who aren't in a team, won't get their match fitness, but when they're going in a full-time league as well, I think that's starting to turn a little bit, to be honest. I've got to make sure our lads are match fit. I think the lads who are playing are fit enough, but I don't think the lads who aren't getting match games are, because we can run them, but that ain't going to do much good if you want to get match practice, and you've got to get for a header, and you've got to get down the ground and up. It's all the things, so that's what the game was there for. So every Tuesday we got off, I'll try to arrange a game and fill it with the lads who aren't playing, plus the trialists and plus whatever. But it would have been great for Ben to play, Max, Hodgie and all them to play, and put a point across, and you know, instead of trying to do it in training. So yes, I was knocked it was off, but I just went up to Solihull against Wrexham and watched them, and it was good game.
Okay. And so what have you focused on in training this week?
Be competitive, as we always are. Not to worry about anything. Let me worry about it. You know, with Ian and Martin, we always put on good sessions anyway. I think we talked about how we could maybe hurt these tomorrow, and I thought Wrexham's the best footballing side I've seen in the league. I thought they were very unlucky the other night. 2 set players, a corner going straight in, things like that. Cost them. Footballing wise, as good as anybody. Obviously, that's why they're managing, probably because they may be massively underachieving, because they're a big club, massive fan base, good players. So I thought the best football side I've seen this year. I must admit, I've been going to loads of games. I think, yeah, we're not far behind there, but I thought they were excellent football side. It'll only be a matter of time before we return, but we've got to work on things to exploit that, which we will do. The attitude's got to be spot on, which it always is. We'll be competitive, which we always are, because the 3 games we've lost. Well, the chance we had on Saturday, blinking as Nelly Houdini act against Bromley, and the Aldershot game, we've always competed and had chances. You can't really ask much more than being competitive, and that's where I've always tried to build the sides. What we've tried to produce is being competitive, and then we have been. So we've been working all week in training. I enjoyed the trip up. Me and Dave Curtis went up there, enjoyed the trip up. I enjoyed watching the game. 2 different scenarios: Solihull, ball, box, header, whatever. Wrexham football inside, and they scored the best goal I've seen all season. Where they had 25 passes, and the lads that were great one-touch football. So we're well aware that a really big club, really good side, only going to go one way. We're well aware of that. We're delighted with playing them. This week's a fantastic week for the club, and on Monday we're going up to for the FA Cup draw, which brought with great memories last year. There's a lot to look forward to with this football club. This club had a couple of bit of a blip, if you want to call it that. I don't think it is, to be honest, but there you go. You judge some results. There's a lot to look forward to. The great FA Cup runs we had last year, where we are in the league, where we're competing against these football clubs. It's got to get the lads thinking you're part-time footballers here and you're competing against them. Very good.
100%. You're covering half the things I've got written down.
See, I couldn't read Nico. I can read you. You see, I know what you're going to say. So that's a difference.
I was going to talk about Wrexham, but there isn't really anything left to say, except I'll say my little bit, which is that I've been there many times now, and it's one of the most hospitable clubs that we visit, and it's also one of the best 3 stadiums in this league. It's a fantastic ground.
But massive. I got fond memories playing them when I was in the football league. And I got fond memories there. Mickey Thomas's goal against Arsenal, and the times, and Brian Flynn, who's the manager, managed Wales. Managed Wales, Swansea, and all that. You know, so he's a legend in the game. So he'll know what he's doing, how he's organising, I'm sure. And that's the things I've got to compete against, which is great. That's what you want. But a massive club, a brilliant club, and you know, we'll get in the football league shortly. I've got no doubt about it. The facilities they've got and things like that, and I think the fans own it, which is fantastic, because at least you know it's from the heart and from the people. So great. I couldn't praise the club enough. They took a few hundred there on Tuesday night. I imagine they'll bring a few hundred here and all that. You know, and like I say, I thought a decent side, and I thought we should have. You know, if he took them goals away from it, we were a better side on the day. But sometimes we still don't go for you, as you know. But yeah, I think it's a great club.
Great. I just wanted to ask about loans. I don't know if people out there are fully up to speed about who's on loan till when, but I know I'm not.
No.
Maybe that's because I've been away. But
yeah, we've a couple of weeks, not here.
Who's on loan till when that you can tell us about?
I hope you were going to tell me, David. No, Metty's ran out, but we're trying to renew that today. I think we have got the ball rolling. We went for a player from up north who's playing in the football league at the minute, who we think we can get. Whether it gets passed through the line today, we don't know. That depends on the club itself and what we can deal with can be done. So that'll be a loan, or it could be at the end of the season, to be honest. So we're working on that now, but it's 50-50. I'm being honest. I've made a couple of calls this morning, a couple of calls last night. Will it happen? Won't it happen? I hope so, because if it will, you play tomorrow, you will a lad. On loan, obviously, we've got to look at Johnson, who was going to be on loan to January. Southampton have been different gear. I've got to mention that. Southampton. If you ever get support a second team, support Southampton. Okay, the new boot Tyreek the new shirt has come out. We've done unbelievable gestures to make sure we don't have to pay the money we should have paid. And that's unbelievable. That is because clubs are greedy now, as you know. We have been unbelievable. So Southampton have been proper football relations, just like Watford were proper like football relations. Proper. Oh yeah, no, I know you can't play, so you don't have to do that and all, you know. So and plus, if you want him back when he's fit, great. He's got a little observation. We've got that. So Metty, we're hopefully tied down today. We've approached Crawley. We have said yeah. So Jeff Chappell's doing the work now as we speak. Whatever we've got to do, so that's good. Toby's runs out next week, so we'll be having a chat with Toby and all, like, you know, what we want to do and what he wants to do and things like that. So that's good as well, like, you know. So well, you know, we're in a right place, you know what I mean? And you know, so I'm quite happy with everybody else. The lads to come in. And, like, if you think, I went for a board last night and everybody's either had a relegation from this league, like Kane and all that, you know, when he played here, got bombed out of clubs, which most lads have to come here, okay. And or come through, not one of them that really went and bought like other clubs or went, or which is great. It's character as well because they can play in this league, I believe. You know, like, you know, I massively believe they can, and then do well at it. They can compete together. The change room's strong. They've got a great set of lads. What a team meeting the other day. They've got a great set of lads. Not one big time Charlie in the club. Okay, never get any hassle here. Obviously, listen to things like that. Never get any hassle in the change room. Our players we're doing. Never get any hassle of lads misbehaving outside adventures and what we're doing. So. It's very good, so we're pleased, you know, Metty and all that, you know. Hopefully his injuries cleared up now. We trained last night, great. That'll be another something for the bench, if you like, maybe. So I think the club this time Tuesday we'll have Gavin back as well, but we'll plus and all that, you know. So there's not much too wrong, David, to be honest. If it was, I would tell you, and I would tell everybody else. I've always, but we need support. We need people to believe what we're trying to do. We need to have you. If you want to have a underdog tag about us against everybody else, about the teams we're playing, the budgets they've got, but I'm well aware it'll work in anywhere else. If you don't win matches, things will turn. And even when I went and done my interview at and there was one or two heckles a little bit. You just got to tell the truth, you know what I mean? So I did tell people I didn't expect manager a month for September, and I never got it. So Malcolm, you got the award this week, Malcolm. You've got no award this month. I got the wooden spoon. Yeah, Malcolm got me a award. He got it somewhere, Malcolm. He got me a award.
I took it home.
You took it home. You haven't sold it, have you?
No.
You haven't sold it.
No.
Okay, good lad. Okay, no. So but I'll not be getting one this month.
No, not to worry.
Okay.
Well, it's supposed to be a curse, isn't it?
Aye.
The just finally on that area, the football league player you mentioned. Can you just say what part of the field he plays in?
Up the field.
Right. Okay. We'll leave it at that.
Very top end of the field.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that. But he's playing the football league. He's playing this league. Playing the football league. I can't give much away because I think other clubs are sniffing around him and all the rest of it. But we've got good connections with the club. We've been trying to really push this goal. I think it'll be a special player for it. And I just think that's what this might need a spark of a special player. And if we can't, brilliant. If we can't, tough luck. We'll let it get on with it. We'll let it go for something else. But we are looking at that end.
Right. I have shown you this before. This is a photo which I was sent by one of our supporters called Simon, who is also a Millwall supporter, very keen Millwall supporter, and he's come across this picture, which you know what's on it. Daniel will somehow fix it so that people can see this below the interview or with it or something. But I'm going to pass it to you. This is a picture of Dowse in his Millwall days.
Millwall, what a ground that was. Does that come on there? Is that right? Don't know.
No. Can you hold it nearer yourself?
Yeah. Okay. It's just unbelievable. Wesley Reid. From right to left, Wesley Reid, Paul Merson's best mate, David Thompson scored against Liverpool. I shared a room with him about the size of this. Sean Sparvan played against Liverpool. Darwin Lewis was a young apprentice, and I would have been 16 then.
16?
16, and I would have been 16. Coaching young kids, that's what I used to do. I had a great... Millwall was special. How I manage now I am in life is for Millwall. Special club. John Dotley had a special togetherness. The ground there brings back unbelievable memories for me. The ground, no one likes us, we don't care. Proper unit, proper people, and all that, you know. And so we used to mix with the locals, we did, and all that, you know. You would never want to play at the ground, the hostile wars and things like that. Unbelievable. But if you were in the circle, the best club I've ever been in my life, and I tried to manage here by you get everybody together and everybody be together. That's what Millwall was like, you know. It was absolutely brilliant. I loved my time there, but we're coaching kids, and I left home when I was just before my 16th birthday. And then we go down, and it's three with me, Darwin and David Thompson, who shared this room, and just 3 beds in the room, and but look after ourselves, and had a landlady there, and it was going every day. So fantastic memories.
Was that nearby to the?
I was in New Cross Gate.
Right.
So I had a couple of great nights. David Thompson sometimes watches these, he'll laugh at all this. Like when I had some good nights and all the rest of it, and I remember singing the bleeding races on my second weekend down with one of them traffic cones on my head and all that, you know, and getting told by one of the policemen that it wasn't the right thing to do, and all that, you know. And but honestly, we went everywhere. I went to Australia with him, and a young kid from where I lived, who was dying to be a professional footballer, who never thought he would be, to having opportunities like this. It was great. But you then, I remember making my debut there against Watford, and fantastic memories of that. And you know, Millwall's a special club and that, you know. And I look like I was every morning used to run down the ground, run back and all that, you know, and stuff like that. We used to have a big bath, so all the young lads, all the apprentices there, used to just jump in these baths together and have tea, and there's none of us blinking after, you know, chips afterwards and all that, and got the burger fans and stuff like that. We're going for a pint or betting. That's what we used to do in them days. And but the togetherness of the Millwall group, they got the first division for the first time, was unbelievable. So it's something I'll always treasure. And there's a nice little photo. I got me fringe, haven't I? I look quite smart there.
Yeah, hair.
Yeah, I would have been. Hi, David. Let me see. And hair as well. Yeah, but I would have been. I was 16, and yeah, would have been 18, 19. But Wesley had just signed from Arsenal, funny enough, and Paul Merson blames Wesley for getting him into betting, because Wesley liked to bet and all that, you know. But we still speak to him now. Every 4 or 5 months we go for a Millwall reunion together. We went to Greenwich the last time for a drink with Dave and obviously Terry Shevin and Terry Hurlock and all them.
Yeah.
Some great lads. Tenerife and Penang and Australia and things like that, and it was great, and it was absolutely fantastic time. And John Dockley was a great manager, and the club was unbelievable. But when Doc left, a lot of the Millwall spirit left. Bruce Rioch come in, it was useless, you know, and stuff. And he took the Millwall. He wanted to be more clean cut, and Millwall's never clean. Millwall's like, wear this, and you know, it's an unbelievable club. I love my time there.
And shall I take that?
Yep.
Thank you. And on the same subject, we discussed that, and you tell us those stories the day after Neil Harris has lost his job, or has resigned, or whatever.
I texted him last night, Neil. I took a kid down to a training ground the other day, and Neil Harris was excellent bloke, excellent fella, excellent coach and all that, you know. So lost out on a lot of deals through financial thing, and I like the way it works. I like the way he was. He's going in goal for this kid to shoot at him and all that, you know. Unbelievable. So I was good. I hope it was him wanting to leave and not the other way around, because I think he's a terrific fella and a great goal scorer and all that, you know. And straight away, Dowse, how you doing? Come and have a cup of tea, come and have some tours, brilliant. So I texted him last night just making sure he's okay. I hope he is, because I think he's a tough guy. But I don't know who will get the job there, and I wish him well, because it's a special club now.
That's specifically why I mentioned it, because you've spoken very highly about him to me in the past.
In fact, unbelievable. What he went through as well, didn't he? He had a tough time, didn't he?
Yes,
He went through a testicle cancer thing, and he does a lot for that. But you just walk in, like, you know, because sometimes you walk in these training grounds, and when I walk in, you know, you want to hand back a little bit. But it was Watford, Javi, who was unbelievable, and Harris couldn't have done enough. He's come right out, sit down there, there's your tea, there's your toast, want something to eat, make sure the kid has something to eat as well. Come watch a session, come right over, and at the end he's going and going. This little boy's shooting at him, so he's going back to his dad and saying, I'm just shooting at him. You kind of buy that, you know. It's the sort of things we want to do here, where we say, don't do the back door to anybody, front people up and try to be as nice as you can within reason. But I always look for Millwall, like I say, the fans. We used to mix with them. We used to go to Crown and Anchor, the Thomas of Bettick, the Connoisseurs and all that, you know, frogging nightgown and all that. All the pubs when I was 16 getting in, you know, that must have been the hair what got us in and all that, you know, and stuff. And some fantastic times and all that, you know. So when people say, how did you start drinking, Dowse, I wonder how, you know what I mean? So I think, but great times. But it was in them days, used to go out the next morning to training, put a bin liner on, a black bin liner, and sweat it out. You know, nowadays everybody drinks water every 2 minutes. They get rubs every 2 minutes. They're blinking, you know, they get hangovers. You weren't allowed one of them when I played. It's unbelievable. So it's different culture on it, you know. So I think it's gone the wrong way, me personally, you know. So there you go.
Just to finish off that subject, do you know what the most important aspect of Neil Harris's career was?
If you see going to Forest,
he played for Nottingham Forest.
He played for Nottingham Forest, I know. So he has had his down times in the game as well. So it's probably not his saddest time today, because he's obviously got that memory. But he's he did went to Forest, and like you say, I think he's a top fella. And you know, like I said, I texted him last night. I hope he's okay. I'm sure there'll be another job around the corner. I've watched him work on the training ground. I think he's excellent at it. He's had a budget there, which is tight, which he can. So I hope it wasn't a legend getting kicked out. I hope it was. That's my. I hope it was him moving on to better things. I really do. But good old Millwall. I hope we you know, come strong again. I'm sure we will do. And a very special club.
Right. And finally, you mentioned it already. The FA Cup draw comes around on Monday. We enter the competition a little bit later this year, obviously, for good reasons.
Yeah.
Obviously, it will, whatever the draw brings us on Monday, it will bring all the memories of last season
Oh.
back. I just wondered if you've thought much about how there are many hundreds, even thousands of people around this area who will remember last season for the rest of their lives.
And I will, to be honest. I thought it was special because I think everybody knew how much I wanted to work in jobs, so to get it and do was, the promotion was great, but this was extra special. The Watfords and the Swin, I'll never forget Swin away. Even Torquay and the Wellens went through the hard way, and I'd never had a good cup run, so it was extra special for me because my cup run's useless. And so I've had promotions at all my clubs and not in the cup, so it's extra special. So it will be. I think we're going up there. We're going up to
Yes.
to Talk Sport. We are and all that, and stuff like that. And go up there. Talk Sport looked after us brilliantly about a month when we went up there. So we're going to go up there and all that, and do a draw live and all that. So we look forward to that. It'd be great too if we can, if we can get a few points on Saturday. It's Adrian Withers, my best mate's blinking birthday is Saturday night, 60th, we're all going to as well, so we're going to have a good night there. And obviously Monday I'll be look forward to. So that's what I was saying to the lads, there's a lot to look forward to. So let's get a home draw and all that, let's see what it takes with again. Let's go and get another league club, Sunderland. That's what we've got to get.
Well, I was going to say.
Yeah,
that.
we'll get Sunderland. I've got me bones. We'll get Sunderland here, and we might get a
You
duff one.
prefer them here?
Oh yeah, definitely. All the Sunderland fans coming down and all that, because if Sunderland or beating us or whacking us, I'll just jump over Bobby and Gavin for Sunderland fans, So it's one of them. You're not singing anymore and all that, so it's we get one of them. Come on, that's right. You're it. To Casey, won it. No, that's all they will give it all that. So no, jokes aside, listen, if it's here, I just obviously you do, but whatever I draw, it's an exciting time for a football club. I just want people to have a belief. Listen, you're stuck with a lot, and we wouldn't have got promotion if it wasn't for the supporters. We wouldn't have been where we are if it wasn't for the backing. I just felt, we've got to give a bit more on Saturday. We knew of that. If you can give a little bit more as well, we can help each other out, and give effort. And I think supporters like to see effort. We haven't won a few games, I've got that, but if you look at this by that one goal all the time, that little bit there, we just need a little bit of luck as well, I believe. And I wouldn't say, if I thought I was in trouble, I would tell you. I really didn't think we are. I think we've got a good squad of players who want to play for a football club. And they're desperate to do well here, so we need the supporters on side. I don't think, we had this thing where nobody's giving them credit. We're not going to get credit if you don't win matches, so I've got that. It's a time need that everybody's got to step up a game. I've got to step up mine, and the players have got to step up theirs.
And just absolutely finally, just for clarity, when you say we're going up to TalkSport, etc., you're not actually pulling the balls out of the velvet bag.
Well, I
when
don't
you say we're
yet.
doing the draw, that you're going to be commenting,
Is that right?
interviewed.
Well, I thought I was doing the draw, so
I don't think there'll
there
might be a conflict of interest.
Is that right? Okay, so we're going up anyway. Okay, I've got to be in the audience. I'll be in the audience. I do, but a good job I'm not doing the draw.
No, it's not in the audience. It's on radio.
It's on radio. Okay. So anyway, if I picked the ball up as Yeovil and I picked our ball up, I'll just shove it back in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So one of them. So
Exactly.
I would cheat to be honest, and stuff like that. Us against the Red Lion. Yeah, let's get that on. Boom.
Yeah.
But no, whatever I've got to do. I've got TalkSport will great, so we'll go up there and whatever they want us to do, or talk on the radio, do whatever. It's all part of the club really. I'm not great at it, and the camera stuff I don't mind doing this because I feel as though I'm telling the supporters the truth. But the only thing about the cup run, I didn't really enjoy the camera stuff because it's not me. The radio stuff, you pretend you're not doing it really. So, but if it's publicity for the club, we've got to do it. So we've got to keep getting this great name and working out there. What better way of doing it at the FA Cup?
Absolutely. Thanks very much.
No
See you
problem.
tomorrow.
Nice to see you back, David.